So guys, in this particular podcast, we will be first talking about how basically businesses has affected the mindset of consumers and how tech has got involved into it and basically the whole concept around it.
How has your buying habits changed?
My tendency of keeping cash in wallet has completely gone. Oh dude, it's absolutely same. I mean, what are the odds? Have you guys got it from Amazon?
Yeah, it is the same.
I mean, it's absolutely same. Even that little...
Did you get it from Amazon?
Even that brown color thing, that is also there, right? I mean, so great. Was there that much data collection?
No, there wasn't as much as right now because
Right.
Once these social media started, there was more data collection because people just simply gave out their address, their phone number, and everything to Facebook. They would ask you to write a survey. You might win this lucky draw, but that's just you're just giving away your data for free.
Okay.
You're just writing your name, you're just writing your number, your email, and then that data can be sold to companies which they can use to advertise to you. You might write, let's say they have like 3 questions there asking about something. So if you guys can see this, you can see that spike. Like you won't be able to see it clearly, but still there is this huge spike over here. So AI, we've been talking about AI for a long time, but why is there a sudden huge spike here?
Shall we try something else?
we can.
Okay.
Let's catch.
Okay, let's try this cute thing. Fine, let's see.
I think it will still be.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Is it showing the same?
yes, it is showing the same. The way how these business analysts work, okay? Because I feel that they have the product, they just have that right mindset on how to use it. And again, tech is leveraging that. So if I want to buy a certain product, then eventually when I scroll, people will be showing that. I mean, Amazon will be showing that frequently buy it together, right?
Hello guys, this is Behind the Code by Scalar. So this is going to be an informal podcast where we'll be discussing a lot of things. We'll be essentially discussing about tech, but how tech is affecting people. That is the consumers, how we buy things, how we see things, how we are watching YouTube. Because obviously it has changed. We used to watch videos or movies in a different way before. We do it differently now. We used to buy things differently before. We buy things differently now. So we will be talking more about this in this particular podcast. We'll be talking about different topics later. That is in the upcoming episodes. I'm Cody and this is Suyash. Now he'll give you a little bit more understanding of what exactly we'll be talking, a little bit in-depth agenda kind of. Yes.
So, guys, in this particular podcast, we will be first talking about how basically businesses has affected the mindset of consumers and how tech has got involved into it and basically the whole concept around it, how things used to be earlier and how things are going right now. Because according to me, everything has been changed from the involvement of AI, data science, and everything. Like tech arena of tech has completely changed from what we know. Okay. So, Cody, according to you, I feel this particular whole topic is very vast, right? I mean, understanding consumers' mindset. And basically, what we will be talking is how tech has driven the consumer's mindset,
Yeah.
how it is changing us. It's a very vast term. So, what are your thoughts on it?
So immediately I just want to start off with AI.
Okay,
Like how we are thinking right now. So obviously there's a lot of panic among the tech crowd that AI is there. So what is it going to do? Is it going to replace a lot of jobs? So one more thing, it also brought in a lot of jobs which could basically change the way we do things later. For example, prompt engineering. Like it's just a person who would write prompts which will essentially be how to say that they know the understanding of how
Right.
AI works and they write prompts. So there are so many jobs getting created, but the main point here is how will this affect the way we are going to buy things. So let's say let's say how I used to buy things like 10 years ago. Like let's say I have 100 rupees. I know what I'm going to buy. I just go and I see the cheapest option and also a decent option and I just buy one. Right. But right now, if I have the same 100 rupees, before I might not have spent all the 100 rupees. I would have
Yes,
just spent
right.
60. But now I will make sure that I spend all the 100 rupees because it is meant like that.
Yeah.
For example, let's say there are 2 t-shirts which are, let's say I just want one t-shirt, but there are 2 t-shirts which is 110 rupees. I'll be like, oh, it's just 10 rupees extra and I
Yes.
buy it. But I did not need that extra t-shirt. I just needed that one. So this kind of thing is happening. So I think we are buying more things. So
Right.
how has your buying habits changed?
Yeah, same. I mean, I would totally agree into it. But the thing is that what you were suggesting over here right now, like if I am buying one T-shirt and then another,
Hmm.
eventually I buy it. So that is a concept which is kind of a part of business studies,
Hmm.
right? This is a really good business thinking.
Yeah.
But I think that tech has driven into it because like this particular concept of buying things, I am able to view that, right? Two different T-shirts and I want to buy one, like both
Yeah.
of it at this particular price range. All of these dynamic pricing shifts which is happening, this is the thing which is like taking upon in the future. I mean, trust me, I'm not spending that much, like I'm not spending too much, right? But like I mean, I'm buying more stuffs rather than
Yeah.
spending too much. So this whole paradigm shift has literally changed the world. And I am personally seeing this because earlier what we used to do, like I mean, I am having what, let's take $1,000 or $2,000, and that also physical hard cash, right? Even right now also we have, but my tendency of keeping cash in wallet has
Yeah.
completely gone, right? So there's UPI and bank accounts, right? So that physical evidence of cash tends me to make me feel that okay, so this is the complete amount which I'm having, and I'll be spending maybe what 500 400 rupees out of that, because I have to save something about, right?
Yeah.
But right now it's becoming something like, since everything is getting cut from my bank account, so I think that I'm having immense money, right? That's just the
Yeah.
mindset, although I'm not having. So this whole shift which is happening has, like I mean, this is one of the example of tech, right? UPI, it has changed, I feel so, right? And the buying habits has also changed for me.
Yeah, so dynamic pricing, I think it comes to the same point. Like, let's say you needed to buy one thing which costed 100 rupees. Now, let's say same thing costs lesser. Let's say a shirt before, the same shirt's price might have decreased right now.
Hmm.
But the thing is, back then you just needed this one particular shirt and you just go ahead and buy that. But now with all these things, you spend a lot of time,
Right.
and they make sure you spend a lot of time on these apps or on these websites, and you buy more things. You assume that because let's say you buy 5 shirts and all of them are, each individual shirt is cheaper than the one you used to buy, but you bought 5 shirts, so the
Hmm.
total, let's say it's 3000 rupees.
Right.
In the place where you would have just spent 1200, 1300 rupees, you have spent 3000, assuming that you have saved up money, but you just spent 1800 more.
Exactly.
So even though this is more of a business tactic, obviously I think we should talk a little bit more about this in tech wise. Let's assume after this, yeah, same thing goes with streaming services, making us watch more content.
Yes.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
Right. I mean, streaming content, as in, do you want to talk about the Netflix or maybe
Yeah,
the
yeah, Netflix. We
recommendation
can talk
systems?
about the recommendation
Right.
systems a
Yeah.
little bit, and then we can go a little deeper into. I mean, we can talk a little bit more about the apps itself.
Yes, we can. So, yeah, I feel so that Netflix, first of all, has been a change in the industry, and the recommendation systems are becoming so much accurate these days, right? Every time, whatever you are doing, and whatever you want to watch, it's totally based on whatever the like watch history
Yeah.
you are dealing with. So, the level of personalization, level of customization has literally, like, I mean, I feel that Netflix knows me better than what I know myself. Quality of content which it is recommending me is something which I really want to see, right? So this is one of the factor. Okay.
Hmm.
Secondly, I was just like, I mean, buying something yesterday from Myntra, which was like kind of thing.
Is it ChatGPT something?
Yes, it is kind of a like chat GPT type itself. It's known as fashion GPT, by the way. Like Myntra has introduced this
Okay.
thing. Wait, I'll show it to you. For example, I want to like it's kind of having a similar interface itself. Okay, but let's take an example. Suppose like I'm going to some place.
Hmm.
Maybe let's take an example. I'm going to Goa. Right now, I want a specific type of dress. Okay, for Goa. So if I just add a prompt, maybe which outfit will be suitable for me for Goa. Let's see. So I mean, look at the odds. It's literally showing me everything. Okay.
Let me just increase the brightness a
Yeah,
little
please.
bit so that I can show it to the camera. Like you can directly show it. Yeah.
It's literally showing me something which I would wear in Goa. So the way
Wait, let
how,
me try a prompt.
you also try.
Yeah,
Come
you
on.
let me. What were you saying?
So, like, I mean, the way the personalizations is happening, and all of this is happening based on what people actually wear, right? So, the hard data which they get, and they get, like, I mean, they collect the data from it, and they try to interpret that, okay, this is the correct outfit for a person who is visiting Goa,
Hmm.
right? So, I'm absolutely, like, it's very fascinating. I mean, you don't need a special stylist or something, right? This is like, I mean, people say that only the rich people are having stylist, and they are having someone who, like, I mean, they need it.
Yeah.
For us, this is a free stylist, the fashion GPT of Myntra.
Yeah, I think this would make people. I mean, it would make them buy even more because, it gives you the outfit feature rather than like just buy this or just buy a shirt, just buy this or just buy a shoe. Instead, it's trying to sell in a particular manner where it's promoting more products for the
Right.
same thing. Let me just use some prompt here itself.
Okay.
My office doesn't have a dress code and formals aren't mandatory. Suggest some cool outfits for office. Okay.
That's a really interesting thing.
See what it shows up. It's just showing semi-formal stuff.
Semi-formal stuff. Yeah.
Similarly,
So it's basically kind of making it in a, like, giving a more personalized touch, right? And that is why it is making me feel that, okay, I need to buy this, and the same thing. And, like, I mean, I would say all these e-commerce websites do have this data analytics feature where they like, so if you're buying a semi-formal t-shirt, you will be shown kind of a semi-formal pant or something like that, right? So eventually your mindset again, it will run towards that place, that okay, if I'm getting a like black color checkered t-shirt, then I need something which can match
Yeah.
with that, right? So I'll eventually buy more.
like there's one more. I like pink and I have a wedding to attend in Chennai.
Okay.
Uh,
So,
let's
like, yeah, so I mean, let's
yeah,
see how it is.
it shows all the pink outfits.
Nice. Cool.
Like again, this is a new thing.
Yes.
So maybe after 3-4 months,
Hmm.
we will kind of get to know how people are using this and how. I mean, Myntra themselves will get to know now
Right.
what are people searching for and how are they landing on a particular product. Are they buying through GPT? Are they kind of taking these suggestions from Fashion GPT? And then the thing is, as people keep trying, the model will get better.
True.
Right. So the model will keep getting better. It'll understand the way people search for better, and then I think it'll start suggesting better. And at that point, when it shows proper, accurate outfits which you will like in the first go itself, I think that would help them even scale up their business.
True. I mean, this is really a good thing, and also a more fascinating thing. It's powered by Chat GPT. So
Right.
yeah, I mean, of course, but the thing is that, like, the LLM model, which if I want to go towards the nitty gritty side of completely tech, how this is able to understand anything. So GPT and the LLM models, they are basically kind of leveraging their technology to these fashion, like, I mean, e-commerce business, for like making their own business, or maybe people are creating a clone out of it.
No, like I think it is the other way around. So let's say now there is a new job opening at Myntra.
Yes.
So either they can use consultants or they can use prompt engineers. So they would especially need two people. One would be prompt engineers. One would be LLM specialists who know how to customize. So now let's say GPT is the large language model they're using.
Right.
Now the LLM specialist would basically customize the LLM specifically for this
For the fashion
for
industry.
for
For
the fashion
Myntra,
industry.
basically, yes.
Specifically for Myntra, and then the prompt engineer will customize the way prompts has to be written for
Right.
this particular tool. Only this kind of prompts will work. Eventually, more open prompts, like you can type a paragraph and send it, and it might give you more things. But yeah, so guys, if you are watching this, like, I mean, it's time to become an LLM specialist or a prompt engineer. There would be
Absolutely.
openings in every single e-commerce platform.
And like according, I was just thinking about what can be the scalability side, or maybe the scalable future of this particular thing. So if Mintra is getting my data, like I mean Mintra is understanding what I really want and it's providing me the certain type of product, eventually they will get to know, and they like people will start getting addicted to this particular thing.
I think it'll be more of like, let's say you've done now 200 prompts.
Okay.
Mintra would have I think it'll have a simple understanding of what kind of things you're searching for.
Right.
Maybe it'll start just suggesting those things to you.
Yes.
So that is there, but I'm not sure what other things they can do. That we'll have to wait and see.
Absolutely. So that is true. I mean, one more thing which I actually saw, and it is quite fascinating. Let's take an example of Amazon. Okay, so like let's see how these e-commerce websites
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything are basically leveraging AI, right? So if I want to search for, like, I mean, search for a certain product, right? So Amazon has something which is known as the Amazon Lens, right?
I think
Let's
it
take
is
an
like a mixture of computer vision.
yeah, it
And
is.
AI, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the understanding, like it's kind of a mixture of computer vision itself. But let's see what more it can show us, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, if I like, I mean, scan this particular glass, right? Let's see. So it's basically scanning, and I have got the search results. Okay. So yes, I mean, not that much accurate, but something similar, right? I mean, it's quite easy to understand how.
Yeah, like it understood it's a glass.
It's a yes.
And it's suggesting the similar shape.
Right.
And it even took this dent over here.
Oh,
It
okay,
even
okay.
considered the dent. It's showing glasses with a dent in it. It's able to understand it a little bit better.
Right. So let's try something else. I mean, let's try
plant,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, let's try this thing. Let's see. So if I am just scanning this out, but I guess it will need some more specific. Oh, right now it's providing me only the, like, I mean, the stool which is there, the adjustable stool, and it's absolutely same.
Yeah, it's the
right?
same. Yeah.
Also, so I mean, the fact on how these like, I mean, computer vision also works, do you think there is any AI involved as well?
Yeah, AI would be obviously involved. AI in the sense, it's not always AI is Chat GPT, right?
Right.
AI is even, I mean, we've been talking about AI since 10 years. Like there was a movie called Artificial Intelligence. It came 20 years ago. But again, so we've been talking about AI, but it's always, there are different types. So first of all, even chatbots were considered AI. Now chatbots can give you personalized comments.
Right.
They can give you personalized replies. So yes, artificial intelligence is involved, but obviously we wouldn't know what Amazon is doing, right? They would know that. So, but yes, obviously there is an involvement of
Yes.
it. They would have a model to predict and show relevant imagery. Yes.
I mean, yeah, the recommendation side
Yes.
can be a part of it. So yes, it's absolutely same. Let me be more specific, right? Because I really don't want to check on the stool. Let's see on this particular plant whether it can show me this. Oh, dude, it's absolutely same. I mean, what are the odds? Have you guys got it from Amazon?
Yeah, it is the same.
I mean, it's absolutely same. Even that little.
Did you get it from Amazon?
Even that brown color thing, that is also there, right? I mean, so great. And that also, like, I mean, it's not too much lit over here, right? So even I think so. Like, I would suggest, so AI and, like, I mean, computer vision is okay, but I even think that the camera quality, the way these hardware products are, right, with the increase of AI and everything, that is has changed. But I feel that the, like, I mean, the features on our phones and everything, technology has that, like, changed up that also. Like, if I wouldn't be having such, like, I mean, better camera on the
yeah.
phone, then this particular thing would not get
possible.
shown, right? However better you can train the model with a lot of data sets, but still.
Exactly. So on that point, there is another thing I want to say just in between.
Okay.
So now you're talking about quality, right?
Right.
So now, so I saw a research. Let me just open that doc.
Sure.
It was a research conducted by this company called Epoch. So
Okay.
the researchers in that particular company stated that, let me just open the file. Yeah, so they said that our analysis indicates that the stock of high quality language data will be exhausted soon, likely before 2026. That is
Okay.
high quality data. And 2026, it's right around the corner.
Hmm.
Imagine in 3 years, we would not have high quality data to train our AI models. So
Okay.
that could put a huge dent on the development, because if you take any AI model, let's say the Myntra
Fashion
GPT,
GPT
yeah.
one, yeah.
So now that will train itself with the incoming prompts. That will train itself with the imagery of clothes, right? It'll assume how people look. So it'll assume the different body types. It'll assume the different seasons. Then it'll suggest you an outfit. Now, let's say there is an AI model which has to suggest you something, but now if the high quality imagery or high quality language data is exhausted, after that you can't train that AI further. It won't
Right.
get better.
Right.
But again, the same researchers have said that there is low quality language, there is low quality images
Okay.
till 2030. So low quality images will get exhausted between 2030, 2060. So for low quality stuff, we still have time, but high quality data would be kind of gone
Right.
by 26.
So I mean, do you think that it will hit a play too?
Yeah, because
'Cause-
humans are finite. That
True.
means the resources we produce are finite. So if there are only finite number of resources, finite number of images online,
Yes.
the AI can be trained only up to a particular point. And when we hit that finite number,
Right.
let's say it's 100 million, 100 trillion,
Yeah, whatever.
whatever it is.
Eventually, right now also,
Yeah,
like I mean, a lot of data is getting trained.
let's say you want to check out 10 images, you want to review it. Let's say you take 1 hour.
Okay.
To review that 10 images, AI needs just a fraction of a second. It'll go
Right.
through that. It has its conditions. It'll go through it. For example, you scanned this. It immediately showed you
Yeah.
the same exact plan. How did it do it? It knew. It went through. It analyzed it pixel by pixel in that few seconds. Now we can't do that. We can say, okay, this might have been bought by from here. This could have been from here. But AI can analyze the same imagery so fast that, I mean, even if we have 100 million files, I think even if you train with that, it will be over. So that's what the
Right.
researchers are saying, not me. I'm not saying it. I'm not a scientist. So
Yeah.
that's what. So machine learning research, machine learning model development could hit a plateau. I mean, the efficiency of those models can't be.
Can't
It can't
be-
get better
yeah.
after a particular point.
Right.
Yeah, so this is what the doc says,
Right.
the paper says actually.
So you were talking about low quality data, right? What exactly that means? Like, can you explain that low quality data to our
okay,
users?
yeah. So to put it very simply, let's say there are two images. So now this video, you're watching it in 1080p, right? If you're watching this video in 1080p, you're watching it in HD. You're watching it in high quality. You can see most of the pixels in the video. Let's say if you're watching this in 144p, you can just turn the quality down right now and check, or go to 360p, or go to 480p. You would see pixels. If you zoom in to the video, you would see pixels. Now, if it is high quality, let's say if it is high quality, the AI would have more pixels to study. So let's say
Okay.
if this
Got
phone,
it.
if you see this phone,
Right.
if it is 1080p, this phone would be made up of lot more pixels.
Yes.
But if the same phone's image or the video you see in 360p, there will be lesser pixels. So
Right.
for you, it is just a phone. You can just look at it, and your mind comprehends it somehow, because
Yes.
we have been taught that this is a phone.
Right.
So you do the same to an AI, And how the AI learns, it learns by going through pixel by
Pixel
pixel.
by
It won't
pixel.
understand. It won't
Okay.
understand this is
Got
an
it.
image. It just understands binary. It
Hmm.
just understands zeros and ones. So the pixels would be converted into binary. And then accordingly. So now if there are lesser pixels, that would make it harder for the AI to understand. So
Yes.
it would be illegible. Like at a point, if like I mean, if you see memes, you see these deep fried memes.
Right.
It's just pixels.
It's just pixels.
But it's
yes.
just you just show let's say we'll just show a bottle pixelated.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
funny
yeah,
for
that's
some
funny,
reason.
Yes.
Like
I mean, true. Whatever the funniest memes are there,
Yeah.
most of them are low quality.
I mean, let's say if you want to analyze memes,
Huh.
you can qualify. There could be two types, maybe the high quality and low quality. So the main thing I wanted to talk about is the high quality imagery and low quality imagery. Same thing with language. Let's say in another 2 years, there would be millions of blogs that are written by AI.
Okay.
So a random person can open up a blog. They can get all the data from
Right.
ChatGPT. They can just make some tweaks and put it.
Yes.
Like I mean, they could SEO optimize it and make sure it comes in Google. It shows up in Google.
Yes.
But again, is that a good blog to train your AI on? It was written by AI. If you train the same thing, that's basically low quality language.
Low quality language.
There is high quality language which are written by authors, which are written by researchers, which are written by. I mean, let's say you take a Stephen King novel and then you train the
Chat,
AI with it
yeah.
and then write a give me a fake
Give me a-
Stephen King novel. You can do
Yes.
that because that's high quality
Yes,
writing.
yes.
Same thing if you just take some writing from an AI. Let's say you get just 10 blocks which are written by AI itself, and then try to use it. That will be low quality.
True.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, like going on to another, e-commerce website, again leveraging AI. So we talked about Amazon. Let's check what Flipkart also offers.
Okay.
So recently only I saw this thing which Flipkart has. So basically what I was actually checking is there is a tool in Flipkart which is known as Flippy, which I guess right now I'm not able to see. I'll update it.
Wait. I guess I have it.
Okay.
Just 1 second. Yeah, got it. This one, right? Chat with Flippy.
Yes, exactly. Like I mean, again another powered by ChatGPT.
Yeah, it's powered by
thing.
ChatGPT.
So over here also, if you want, like I mean, whatever you need to show, you can use it again for this, and it's optimized completely based on Flipkart, just like the Fashion GPT thing. Okay, so let's try a prompt here. I require a laptop stand. Or rather,
For a laptop that weighs 2 kg.
huh. Nice. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so it's replying, taking a while, but it's kind of
let's see.
working as a chatbot. I mean, I've given the prompt.
Show me iPhone 15.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I'm not sure yet how to answer that. If you need help finding products of your choice, I'll be happy to assist. Looking for a new T-shirt. Best discounts on earphones.
Okay.
So that's how it's showing. Okay, let's type something like that. Best
Hmm.
discounts on iPhone. It's not showing anything for best discounts on
Fine.
iPhone. Best discounts on T-shirts. Yeah, it shows for T-shirts. If you see,
Okay.
it is showing major discounts.
Acha,
But I think
acha,
it. Yeah, I don't think it's yet completely
yeah,
developed.
right,
It's just
right, right.
in its beta stage or
Right,
very
something
basic.
like that.
It's not even that good. Like
You
the
want to-
fashion
Yeah.
fashion GPT looked much better
Yes.
than this. This just looks like they've kind of integrated it as much as they can,
but
but
not
it's still
optimized
kind of
it.
yeah, still very
Yes.
basic.
Do you want to try the same Amazon Lens thingy with Flipkart? Let's see how is it? Do you want to try that?
With Flipkart in the sense?
Like the same Amazon Lens thing.
Oh, do they
like-
have it in Flipkart
Yeah,
as well?
they have something like that. Like
Okay.
I mean, you can click a photo and get a thing from that.
Yeah. you can try.
So Like we already tried this. Shall we try something
Yeah,
else?
we can.
Okay.
Nice catch.
Okay,
Again,
let's try
Captain.
this cute thing. Fine. Let's see.
I think it will still be.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Is it showing the same?
yes, it is showing the same. And just see. It's also giving me
Oh,
various
yeah.
varieties.
Hmm.
Like the way how these things work, like considering computer vision or whatever the technology which they use, I again coming back to the same point, it is mainly happening because since tech has changed, tech has evolved, not only just considering AI and softwares, but it has also changed using the hardware side.
Hmm.
What we right now, because of the buzzword AI, we know that tech is this. But the thing which the old tech which people think is basically the smartphones which has evolved, and due
Yeah.
to that only all of these AI and everything are able to work seamlessly,
Makes
right?
sense. Yeah, so there was this report on consumer behavior
Okay.
and also how AI is in the minds of people.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically, this was made by the new consumer
Hmm.
in collaboration with this company called Coefficient Capital. So now I'll just tell you guys what New Consumer is. You can go check it out, newconsumer.com. They are basically an institute kind of. They do analysis, research on trends, and more. So it was a business. I mean, it was launched in 2019. It's run by this business journalist called Dan Frommer, right? So they basically in this are exploring about how and why people spend money, on
Okay.
what do they spend money, why do they spend time. So again, what is more valuable than money? It's time. So why people spend so much time on scrolling things? Why people spend so much time on watching content which they won't even remember? Like, let's say, just tell me tell me one short video which you watched today.
Like I would say one of the memes which I saw, but to be honest, that meme is out of the 100 content which I
Ah,
saw.
exactly. Like you
Right.
remember one thing.
One thing.
Like
That's the
if you
only
read a
thing.
newspaper and you
Yes.
read 10 articles, you would remember all the 10 articles because you
Right.
spent enough time. So now, why are people spending so much time on scrolling things, especially in buying products? Like, let's say on Amazon, you want to buy just any e-commerce
Hmm.
platform, you want to buy a shoe.
Hmm.
There are so many brands, there are so many price ranges. You can put your filter. Even under that filter, there are so many. People just spend all their time reading
Hmm.
reviews, looking at products. So why do we do that? So that's exactly what they are trying to talk
Okay.
about.
So basically,
Um,
they're decoding the complete mindset of
Yes,
consumers and
yes.
how.
But the new age
Oh,
consumers,
okay.
like
Got it.
before, I mean, there was TV ads, there
Right,
was
right, right.
newspaper ads, but
Yeah.
now it has become more digitalized.
Right,
Like we get ads in everything. Whatever we
right.
do, it's an ad. Anything we see online is an ad. So yeah,
I want to just deviate a little bit from this part because we need to understand some what we are going into. This
yeah.
thing is something in a very in-depth type stuff, right? Don't you think that the TV ads and things which you were talking about earlier, like was there eventually data collection at that time? Because right now what I feel is everything is data. I mean, you can get the complete nitty gritties on what particular percentage this particular person has watched your YouTube content or something like that, right? You can get the exact details, even the millisecond details you can get it, right? But earlier, like for that time, advertisement for me was something which was on radio or maybe the TV thing, right? Not much use of smartphones or something like that, right? So was there that much data collection?
No, there wasn't as much as right now because
Right.
once these social media started, there was more data collection because people just simply gave out their address, their phone number,
Yes.
and everything to Facebook or these major companies. But there were data collection, but it was mostly written data collection. Like for
Okay.
example, you would have gone to a mall
Hmm.
and they would ask you to write a survey. You might win this lucky draw, but that's just you're just giving away your data. for free.
Okay.
You're just writing your name, you're just writing your number, your email, and then that data can be sold to companies which they can use to advertise to you. You might write, let's say they have like 3 questions there asking about something. So in that questions, they can kind of assume, okay, you like these, and they can give you
Right.
ads on that. So now this was the kind of things they used to do. Right now it's more digitalized. Like whatever you search, whatever you speak, like assuming whatever you think, eventually once neural link or something is
Yes.
there. Once
Yes.
you just
Yes.
sleep and you dream about something, you wake up and you see that ad.
You see
So
that.
that might even happen. But in this,
Hmm.
they have conducted, and this is US consumers. This is not Indian consumers. So the mindset of consumers is different in different marketplaces.
Hmm.
But again, at the end of the day, we can kind of assume what they are trying to say, and we can kind of relate it to the Indian audience as well, I guess. So now, AI is the obsession of the year. How will it change work culture and society is what they are talking about first. So quickly, just we've started off with AI.
Right.
I mean, AI is suddenly everywhere.
Yes.
That's what in 2023 alone, AI, the keyword AI and artificial intelligence, there is a huge spike. So if you just see this,
Okay. Yeah.
2017,
Actually,
2023.
I mean,
So if you guys can see this, you can see that spike. Like you won't be able to see it clearly, but still there is this huge spike over here. So AI, we've been talking about AI for a long time, but why is there a sudden huge spike here, right? So also we'll just quickly talk about this,
Hmm.
and we will close off at the end. So what I wanted to talk about here is, so the growth of ChatGPT, the growth
Right.
of Midjourney, all these
LLM and
tools,
different
LLMs,
generative AIs.
was the reason why we are sitting here and talking
Absolutely.
about this podcast is because of AI. Like we
Yes.
are just sitting here talking about how people are changing, how their buying habits is changing. And one more thing, when they were asking to people, like they asked to Gen Z, they asked to millennials, Gen X, and boomers. So
Hmm.
now, in this, millennials were 55% aware of AI. They were familiar with AI.
Okay.
So extremely familiar, very familiar. These were the terms they took.
Right.
And 55% of millennials, 52% of Gen Z, 30% of Gen X, and 10% of boomers. So, I mean, millennials,
Hmm.
that was the time when all of these internet dot-com bubbles started,
Yeah.
when
True.
the millennial era started. AI, everything is happening in that particular era, so it makes sense. Same
Hmm.
thing, the awareness of ChatGPT is the highest among all the other AI tools. So, whatever we saw, Myntra GPT, we saw
Yes.
Flippy, everything was using ChatGPT.
Hmm.
They can use other tools. There is Bard. There are other AI LLMs. There is Llama 2,
Right.
which Meta is making. There is Apple GPT,
Apple
but again,
GPT as well. But
they might not give it to other platforms. But still, everything is ChatGPT, and they are the highest.
yes.
So now, yeah. Also, workers extremely familiar with AI are the most worried about getting AI'd. So that's basically is. Let's say I'm familiar with AI. So I often think about, wait, what part of my job can AI take up? Like
Right.
I do a lot of things, like we do a lot of things, not
Hmm.
just this. Like one thing which can't take is this. Like we can make videos of fake people recording a podcast. Like you can make a fake podcast of us talking, but again, it might get real, but
Yes.
it won't be real. So
Absolutely.
this part can't be taken. But again, that's what people who are familiar with AI
Hmm.
are thinking about ways that they can get AI, that is taken their job getting replaced or some part of their job getting taken away by AI,
Hmm.
right? Okay, so now this was the basic thing I just wanted to introduce. We will leave this report in the description for you guys to check it out. Again, it's about the US customers, US consumers. It's not about the Indian market. We'll talk about the Indian market in the upcoming episodes a little bit more. For that, we'll also have to research a little bit more about it. So now, one more thing I just saw which was interesting here. I think this also goes for the Indian market. That
Okay.
is, millennials and Gen Z prefer brands that are founded by, I mean, they are founded by creators or influencers. So
Hmm.
they think about brands very differently. So how important is it to you that a brand is founded by someone you trust or admire? Like how important is to you for that?
Right.
Let's say your favorite celebrity opens a brand. Would you
Okay.
buy?
Yeah, I mean, that would be the eventual concept for
Huh.
that, right? Because That is something because I admire that celebrity or maybe kind of an influencer as well, which I follow. So if they are creating a brand, then I would definitely buy or maybe just go
Check
for
it out.
checking
Yeah.
it out, right? Because
Right.
that is something which is very fascinating for me on how that brand resembles that particular person. Because that is something which I admire, right? So, I mean, what earlier we were talking about AI and now we are shifting to this particular part. This is like also kind of different.
Yeah,
And
this is different, but
again,
still, it
yeah,
comes under the same category.
it
What people
does
think.
come into that.
So, in this millennial said 63% of millennials agree to this, that
Okay.
it is important to them that it's founded by someone they trust or admire.
Hmm.
56% of Gen Z said. After that, Gen X and Boomers were less than 40%.
Okay.
Yeah, this was one. And then creator founded brands often beat celebrity or normal brands. Creator founded, that is influencer or
Right.
people, YouTubers or
Yes.
Instagram influencers. So brands created by these folks beat the normal or celebrity
Right.
brands somehow, especially in food and beverage. Creator
Hmm.
led ones are 38% more than celebrity or normal brands right now.
That's a
Same thing
huge
goes
number.
for same thing goes for apparel and accessories, but except beauty and personal care. That
Okay.
people prefer celebs. So again, this kind of is outside of our whatever we are talking about. So again, Prime by KSI and Logan Paul.
Yes.
There is this brand. Then Feastables by Mr. Beast.
Hmm.
These are the outliers. They so Prime ranks 224% and Feastable ranks 187% compared to the other brands which are
Right.
owned by other
Right.
creators. So these are outliers, but still they are kind of competing with the legacy brands like Hershey's or like
Absolutely.
Coca-Cola or
Yes.
Pepsi. So this is one more thing which was interesting. Even though it doesn't come under the AI category,
Right.
it still was interesting to think about how our mindset is changing towards okay, so this person who I watch has said something about this and they have made something about this. I think this would be relevant to me and I go ahead and buy that. This is
Right.
one more thing which is affecting. Yeah, so one more thing is attention span, which we
Yes.
didn't talk about a lot, but still, just I wanted to tell that buying things are also becoming like that. Our attention span is getting lower and
Is
lower. We
very
want to
low.
buy things faster,
Yes.
and as we buy things faster, we buy more things. So I think that is one important factor in this case, and we kind of have to see what AI has for the e-commerce industry. Like, I mean,
Yes.
we will directly get affected by it. I think I will get affected by it because this
This is
I'm
really addictive.
very addicted to the phone, and yes, like, do you have to say anything about that?
Right. So, like, I mean, talking about the attention span thing, I mean, and also the consumer side, like a consumer side, and what we were talking about influencer marketing, I would definitely think about buying a particular brand which a certain influencer is using that. And since he has a very large audience, I am one of the part of that audience, and I am watching that. I feel that okay, he has told everything related about that product. So eventually, I would be like, okay, he has also tried, and he's telling me more detailed about that. Even the ads which the legacy brands use, that is very different than what these people do.
Yeah.
They are more direct, right? And that's why that particular video or whatever the shots they provide for that particular thing, that is something which hits me directly.
Yeah, because there's a personal connect.
Yes.
A brand is just making an ad,
Yes.
but an influencer or a YouTuber, they are basically kind of communicating to you that this I've tried this product out and this is nice, and they just give you more information about the product.
Right.
But a brand's ad won't have all that.
Yes.
They'll just show something about the product, but it's never what is the product's highlight. Like, they won't give you scenarios or case studies that you'll have to research yourself.
Right.
Yeah, so I think there's also kind of effects.
Yes.
So what are the things we've talked about? Let's just do a quick recap.
Sure. So basically, first we had the conversation regarding how our buying capacity
Yeah,
has changed,
buying
right?
habits.
That is something which is there. And then we had, like, we talked about AI things, right? How AI has got involved into
Yeah,
it, the all those fashion GPT and everything.
GPTs,
I
all
mean,
the GPTs, dash
yes,
GPTs, yes.
all the GPTs. And after that, we had the word regarding the influencer marketing and the content stuffs. So that is also something which has changed. Talking more about some more factors which does get involved regarding the consumer mindset is the way how these business analysts work. Okay, because I feel that they have the product, they just have that right mindset on how to use it. And again, tech is leveraging that. So if I want to buy a certain product, then eventually when I scroll, people will be showing that, I mean, Amazon will be showing me that frequently buy it together, right? Although for me, like, I mean, that is something which might be a little irrelevant as well,
Irrelevant, yeah.
right? But then eventually it's showing something based on the data which they are
It
getting,
already has, yeah.
which people are buying. So I will also think that okay, there might be a use case of that, and I'll see, and I might buy it as well, right? So one of the factors is this also, right? Anything more which you want to add towards this?
Not really, but just one thing. So we've named it behind the code, but after discussing, and if you see, it actually should be named behind the data, because
Yes.
it's not even about
True.
the code. I think if you have a competent software engineer or a machine learning engineer, they would be able to give you that model. But to train that model, you need this quality data. And who gives the data to the companies?
Us.
Me and this guy and you guys. So make sure you don't give out all your data. Maybe if you want to, you can. Make sure you don't accept cookies. Just go to manage settings. It will take you extra 5 seconds. Just remove all the performance cookies. Remove all the analytics cookies.
Yes.
That will save you from giving your data to more companies. Yeah. So I just wanted to give some tips like this so that
I'll
you guys don't.
definitely do that.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's basically it, guys. What you think about the podcast? If you want more of this, you can let us know. We are just trying this out and trying to talk about tech in more layman's terms, so that anybody who usually just knows the basic tech and is interested in tech can also listen to it, rather than it being more about the algorithms, the actual code behind it. We can still do that, but maybe if you guys want that, maybe in the future we can dive deeper into that. But for now, we just wanted to keep it in the base level. And also, in the comment section, let us know how you or how your buying habits or how your attention span has been affected by the latest technology. So in just the last 10 years, you can see this vast difference. So just let us know in the comment section. And if you want us to discuss a particular topic, or if you want to discuss something in particular itself, as a podcast, as a simple concept, you can let us know. So that's basically it.
So guys, if you like this podcast, hit the like button, share it to your friends.
Yeah. Also, subscribe to our channel, and there are more videos apart from this coming your way, so you can subscribe for those tech videos as well. And that's basically it, guys. Thank you so much. We'll meet you in another episode.